see me stealing, don't tell on me. Just stealing back to my used to be. But now she's gone, I don't worry.
The family farm is like essential to, I mean, America and anywhere. And the big farms, I mean, I've worked on big farms, but they seem like they're so unbelievably, they're just huge corporations. And you don't even know who works there. I mean, I worked on one farm that was so big that I didn't know the other co-workers. And that does not feel right. It just does not feel right. I prefer working on a small farm because on large farms you have, all the cows are just, it's all built according to technology, and they use the technology to gain the most milk and use the least amount of cost at the cost of the animals. And so on large farms you have, they are not like this, where they're on straw. They're on gratings. You mean like gutters? Something? Is that how you say it?
Gutters?
It's like
food gutter?
No, it's they're on solid cement, and their poop just flies through the holes that they're standing on, and so it's always wet, and they get their legs get infected, and they get a disease on their hoofs, and I don't know, it's just terrible.
Isn't that a threat to the milk quality, though? No?
But if the cow is not feeling well, she can't produce that much milk. That's all there is to it. It's an animal. And if you're feeling like all four of your legs are hurting, you're not going to produce as much milk. And I've seen, and also because it's always wet, they get bone disorders from lying on it, lying in the wet, damp, cold. It's just like, and I saw cows that couldn't even walk, and they had to be like hoisted up and carried to the milking parlor, and that's not right.
And are they all jacked up on the bovine growth hormone?
The farm where I was, they weren't. I do not think they were, and I have a problem with that. It's like enough is enough. I mean, one cow produces so much milk, and especially American cows are like the best producers in the world. And in Germany, for example, they pay according to the fat level in the milk. They don't.
Oh well.
Yeah, and they don't pay it according to the amount of milk.
So they're
you
more
want
into
to get less milk with more fat.
Is that the higher quality milk?
Yeah, because they I don't know why they have that, but they do. Maybe because in America they're all into skim this and light that, and they don't want any cream or butter. Fat.
Fat is bad.
Fat is bad.
So these cows here, they're doing research, and like you said, we can go over and look at the window. You said this is valuable.
Yes.
Very valuable.
Yes. Okay.
So what's the point of the window?
It is the point of the window. Okay, the cow has 4 stomachs. And this stomach right behind here is one which they want to study. And what they do is they open it up and grab some of the digested food out of there and then research it. So that's the way to get at it, because otherwise they can't. It just goes in and comes out the other end, and it's all digested. And they want to find out how much the cow will absorb into her system, and what's happening with it, and all sorts of stuff. And the reason that the cow is more valuable is because it was surgically implanted, and so she's worth more. Yeah. And I know of a cow who popped it out all the time.
Really?
She would go, and just pop it out. Yeah. Yep, let's see. It looks like it was done recently.
So all the cows in here have these windows, or
No.
quite a bit of them?
No, a few.
So the cows here in this research center probably have a pretty good life.
Yes, they do.
Compared to, this seems pretty old school.
Right. Well,
like the way it's
however-
going on here, right?
But they can't go outside.
And that's the bad thing.
Yes.
So they don't have that free range
Right.
concept.
Exactly. And
They're
I
part of this
think-
research center.
And I think most cows today, I mean, it's very few cows that can go outside.
Mhm.
The bigger farms, absolutely not. A cow is born in that facility, and the first time she ever leaves is to go to the slaughterhouse. Yeah, I don't find that to be very, I don't know. You know, the farmer goes out and cuts the grass and brings it to the cow. That's
Mhm.
weird, you know?
But there's no land here at the
No.
UW for free range cows.
Yeah.
That cow looks very full right there.
Very full?
Of milk, and the others very full.
No.
No, that's not a full cow. This one's not full. That is not full.
No, it's just been milked.
But I mean, I'm saying, does this cow need to be milked, or
No,
is it?
she was just milked.
She was just milked.
Yes, because you can tell because it's soft. When
Okay.
it's hard, then they have to be milked. Yeah. Oh.
These are all Holsteins?
Yep, they're all Holsteins. You want to see the brown Swiss?
Sure.
And they have jerseys over on the other side. There's a whole other portion like this one. They do not produce as much milk as Holstein.
What kind of cow is this?
Brown Swiss.
And
And they're
it
from
doesn't produce as
Switzerland.
much milk.
No.
Here, maybe we should get on the other side. Get a better angle.
And a cow is always pregnant.
Always pregnant.
Always.
How is that?
Because otherwise she doesn't give any milk. Because in order to...
So they keep them artificially always pregnant?
Yep. Aww.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
You're saying that you're talking to, and we were talking earlier when we met, that cows are, you know, these very huge, very old domesticated animals.
Mhm.
Just they've been domesticated a long,
Right.
long time ago. So they're kind of like house pets or something,
Yeah.
in the sense
Yeah.
that they can't survive without humans.
Oh, yes, they could.
They could survive
Yes.
without humans. Okay,
Yes.
there's wild cattle.
Right.
Okay.
I'm sure they could.
But
you know
but
what?
I'm just saying these types of cows.
I think that they would be just fine, honestly. You know, they're not like, I don't know, what kind of animals.
I was just talking
Horses,
about
for
like,
example.
mhm.
Okay, you have Mustangs, but I mean a horse, if a horse was not used for riding or if a cow was not used for milk, there would be none of them.
Right.
And so that's why...
That was the point, right?
Yeah. So that's why I think, you know, that it's very good that, you know, we have a use for them because otherwise they'd be extinct, just like the buffalo.
Just they're so sweet and
Yeah.
beautiful, the animals. They have a certain inner peace in their
Mhm.
eyes.
Yes, they're beautiful eyes. I
So-
just think they're beautiful animals.
Just recounting what we were talking about earlier, how did you get involved? You said you grew up in Germany and
Yeah.
you did
I
an
grew
apprenticeship?
up in a big city. Big city, no cows.
Which
Hamburg.
city? Hamburg?
Yes.
So there were no farms there.
Well, there were farms on the outside, but it's like it's got 3 million people,
Mm-hmm.
and I always liked horses a lot, and I was going to do an apprenticeship in horseback
Mhm.
riding, and that did not seem very feasible to me because I couldn't find a place to do an apprenticeship, and so I chose farming because I love animals and I love cows, and I just went into it and got really, I like the cows better than I like the people. You know, they're really, really fun to work with. Yeah. Yeah, and each cow has a different personality, contrary to what many people believe. They're not like all cows are like individual. You know, I mean, they're not all the same. Each one has absolutely her own personality, and it may not be as distinct as humans would like to believe, but it is there. Yep.
And what is the general, what are the cow kind of traits as far as a cow personality would be?
Where she's ticklish.
Ticklish?
Yes.
Cows are ticklish?
Oh, yes.
Where are the cows ticklish?
Usually on their udder. And they usually, like she just did it, she demonstrated it. She goes like that. It's
And
like,
that's like tickling the
yeah,
udder?
yeah.
So they tickle themselves?
Yeah.
Is this
No,
like-
no. You can tickle them too.
Uh-huh.
But if you tickle them, they kind of kick. You know,
So they don't really
some
like
kick
it.
and some don't kick. Especially a young heifer, that means a young cow,
Uh-huh.
will definitely kick. Most certainly. And that's another thing that I don't like about large farms. They, in Germany, the largest farm I worked on had, I don't know, they had like 250 cows or something. And I didn't milk there, I just fed them. But the milker, they had a milking parlor that was like herringbone shaped. It's called a herringbone. And he would jump up on the back behind the cows and kick them in their shin bones. I mean, their Achilles tendons.
The farmer would?
Yes. And then he would complain about the fact that the cows wouldn't stand still during milking. And it seems like they're very, very impatient. They want to get everything done. It's like, and with cows you have to have patience. Because a cow will not, you know.
Well, it seems as
budge.
though the whole process we were talking about earlier, cloning or, you know, additives to increase milk production is contrary to that. Just want higher production with less cows,
Right.
you know.
Right. You know that cows see everything 7 times as big as it is?
Oh, you were saying that. So
Yes.
we are like giants.
We are giants to them, and that is why that's why we're afraid. I mean, they're afraid, unless they're, you know, like this one.
So this cow is looking at us, and then instead of us being
Yeah.
like whatever,
That thing.
5-6 feet tall, we'd be 42 feet
Yeah.
tall to the
Yep,
cow.
Yep. That's how, because they figure that out according to their eyes, and that's amazing, you know.
Any other fun cow facts?
Cows like to be scratched. Okay. Just
Really?
in a very good
Like-
spot.
Mm-hmm.
This one is. They usually.
So under the neck, on top of the head,
And they usually.
are good places to scratch cows.
Oh.
Very nice. Liking it very much.
Hi. He's really sweet. And the tail.
Mm-hmm.
On the tail, the top of the tail. That's another spot. Look so patient.
So here's a good place? Oh, that's wild. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
And this is also a place where they can't reach. You know?
Where? Oh,
There.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this seems like a fairly ethical research center
Yeah.
here.
It does.
Are there ties to that company, that ABS Global, the
I
cloning
don't
in
know.
DeForest?
I don't think there are. I don't know for sure.
So again, that place actually, I think they cloned that cow before they cloned the sheep.
Really?
But they kept it underground because they didn't want it to be like the huge story, because they want to continue their business unimpeded, you know?
Right.
But yeah, right out in DeForest, they cloned the first calf, Jean.
Jean?
Jean, yes, Jean, the first cloned calf. But yeah, all I can see is that it's all just going to lead to misery and the end of family farming as we know it in
Yep.
the United States.
Oh.
And factory farming. And I don't know if it, I mean, do you think that the use of bovine growth hormone is cruel? I mean, is it making the animals suffer just to produce more milk for us?
It's not making the animal suffer. However, the animal has a natural ability to produce milk. And if that natural ability is overstretched, if you like, you know, that's like running a marathon times 10, and you're just like, it's like taking steroids, you know? It's like, it's like, you know what I mean? You're taking steroids to be a weightlifter, and you know, and people don't want that because people want the natural ability to do whatever, and that's the same with cows, I think. I don't think it causes any hurt or harm to the cow, but it's like the cow has a natural udder capacity, and if she has to give more milk, it has to get huge, and it's got to be like...
Well, like that crazy cow that produced that, whatever, 3 times the amount of pounds of milk that normally is produced. I assume that cow was probably on the bovine growth hormone, but it does not mention it in the article. But I don't, can you see conceivably that a cow could produce that much milk without that?
No. Baby? This part.
Where? There?
This wrinkly
Is that
part
the
is
softest
so
part?
Soft. Nope, that's not the softest
Okay.
part. The softest part...
Yes, where's the softest part of the cow? As far as when you want to pet them.
Okay. It's going to be kind of weird, but... It's right here. This is so soft. It's I don't know. And when I used to milk on a farm that had 13 cows. And I would milk like this, and then always put my head right here. You know, in the morning I'd be so sleepy, they would emit this warmth, and I would fall asleep.
Right
while
there?
milking.
Stick those little, what are those little things? These little slurpers right there. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. They go
4
on the
slurps,
udder.
they go on the udder.
They suction the udder. And inside, if you ever stick your finger in, you feel it like go like that.